What does a giant inflatable turkey, a car dealership, and the food bank have in common? And how is that connected to the community? We're here in Hinton, 300 kilometers west of Edmonton, and we're going to find out.
You know what, it's an interesting thing, because back about 19 years ago, we were watching the CBC and the turkey drive came up in Edmonton, and so we decided in our wisdom to do the same thing in Hinton.
Now, every December, this guy shows up and donations roll in. People drop off cash and turkeys that end up at the Hinton Food Bank.
Oh my goodness, everybody gets a turkey.
About 200 people rely on the food bank every week. She says the need has tripled, if not quadrupled, in the last 5 years. And the clients coming through the doors aren't who you might expect.
They are working, their spouse could be working. There's either been cut back in hours, there has been layoffs, they are, for the most part, working.
Especially around the holidays, things get tight, with gift giving and festive meal costs piled on top of day-to-day bills.
So it is important because it could be me tomorrow. It could be anybody.
But this community drive in the town of 10,000 also makes the link between food and health, raising money for the Hinton Healthcare Foundation. Dr. Andrea Ron says the foundation has played a key role in keeping local healthcare stable. And part of keeping people healthy, she says, is making sure patients can meet their basic needs, like putting food on the table.
If you're always distracted by saying, where is my next healthy meal going to come from, it's really hard to look after yourself and your family in meaningful ways.
In past years, funds have gone towards equipment for the hospital, but this year there's a more pressing need: recruiting and keeping physicians in Hinton. That's why this year's foundation campaign is funding accommodations for temporary doctors.
I sleep better at night with them involved because I don't come to work every day scared that the place I work is going to close.
And for Garth Griffiths, the motivation behind the fundraiser comes down to keeping Hinton healthy.
In a town like ours, if you don't give back, your community doesn't grow, and it's just too important. And in our particular case, healthcare for us is huge.
So what started as a little idea has evolved into a holiday staple, strengthening healthcare and food security. Maggie Kirk, CBC News, Hinton.